All right, good afternoon, everyone. I have with me today Stacy Langendorfer and Julie Seymour, and they both work for the Missouri Drug Court Association. Thank you so much for joining me today, ladies.
Thank you for inviting both of us.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about what exactly the Missouri Treatment Court Association is.
Julie, I can take it, or if you want to take it.
Go ahead.
We're the education branch of the Missouri treatment courts. The actual treatment courts themselves are run by the Office of States Court Administration. And what we are is we're the training branch or the training arm of the association. We host their conference every year. We do any ongoing trainings, any specialty trainings, and that's really our focus. My background was I was actually the mental health court, DWI court administrator for Boone County for 9 years. And then I left and actually went to the Missouri Credentialing Board, and I stepped off as a board member. And then I joined as when the position came open for the executive director's position, I took that over, and I've been doing that for about 7-8 years now. And when Julie became the past president, she also stepped off the board, and then she joined me as our marketing coordinator. So our conference has continued to grow and expand, and that's kind of where we're at right now. So that's kind of what we are and what we do.
Is it a membership-based association?
It is. Your membership is based off, we combine our membership with attending the conference. Our conference every year has grown. When we first took it over, there was about 200 people that came, and it was court specific. You almost had to work in a treatment court in order to attend our conference. And we thought that we were really missing a lot of the state. A lot of the programming we offer is not court specific. It's trainings that anyone can benefit from. We have a lot of national speakers come in, and we think that it just really goes across the board, and we would really like to open it up. Our last conference this past year, we had over 800 people ready to attend. COVID hit. Julie had almost 40, 50 vendors. So we've really grown and expanded, and that's really our role. So we are going to a virtual platform this year, but we have a lot of just exciting speakers that are coming. So we wanted to make sure that we were really excited about this opportunity. So Julie, did I leave anything out for that one?
Just that we're going to have some unique offers for our exhibitors and our attendees as well. We're going to be on a socio virtual platform. So we have lots of different ways for them to interact and do some polling questions. We have a competition that the folks can enter and register to win some attendance prizes and stuff like that. We put together some really cool stuff on this virtual platform.
Okay, yeah, it's so neat how creative everyone's getting with conferences because of having to go virtual. So that's great news to hear. Who is, tell me about a couple of your bigger keynote speakers that you have coming in.
We've got a number of them, and especially people that, that are maybe in the prevention field. One of them that's really exciting we have is, his name is Jermaine Galloway. It's Tall Cop Says Stop, if anybody's ever seen him before. We're very excited. He's doing 3 sessions this year for us. One of them is High in Plain Sight. And what that is a lot of times he'll show you how, clients or children in your own home may be hiding different drugs, what it may look like. He came to our conference 2 years ago for us, since we didn't have last year's. And then I saw him again 3 months later at the National Drug Court. I took 4 more pages of notes. He's doing something on rural alcohol use. And I think with the pandemic right now, a lot of people are starting to use other substances and starting to rely on substances because we are isolated and we are alone right now. So we're very excited to have that. He's doing a marijuana legalization, what that looks like when it comes into your states. We're having another one that I'm very excited about is Leslie Morgensteiner. If you have never seen her book, she has a book called Crazy Love. She was actually Harvard educated, had a great career, wonderful. She said she didn't think she looked like what domestic violence looked like. She got into a domestic violence situation. She's done a TED Talk. Has over 5.5 million people have seen her TED Talk. We're very, very excited about her coming. Who else? We have Dr. Mealy coming. He's going to do the ASAM. So he's going to do an ASAM session for us. Another important session he's doing is words. He's talking about how words can hurt a therapeutic relationship. We have talked about that in the past, Alicia, how People don't realize that, the words we may use as counselors with the best intentions honestly do impact our clients. And we don't want to use words like clean and dirty anymore. We don't want to use other words that really alienate ourselves from the clients that we're trying to serve. Julie, who else do we have right off the hand? We've got a lot of national.
Carey.
That's right.
Carey is a huge draw. He's the national leader and expert in urinalysis and drug testing. He travels across the country, and he's actually homegrown. He's right here in Missouri. And so he's always a big draw. He makes it very interesting, but he presents it in a way that people can really understand drug testing and that type of thing. And that's always a huge question that a lot of treatment courts, not only in the state of Missouri, but around the country, have questions about. So he's always a hot topic. And then we have Stacy mentioned some of the national speakers that are coming in. We have folks that will specialize on veterans issues. Brian Meyer is coming in. He is phenomenal, talks a lot about PTSD and just veteran culture and that type of atmosphere that's out there. And with drug courts expanding into that treatment court as kind of the umbrella, we have different tracks. We have DWI, veterans, family, co-occurring. So we try to hit something in each one of those tracks at this conference. So we have a wide variety of topics that we have presented on.
Another one that we're having come in is Court Innovations is sending us Darryl Turpin. He does the HEAT and the HER program. It's working with young African-American men and women and how to make sure that we're addressing their needs specifically. And he's also doing one on equity and inclusion. We think that's a really big topic for us. We are working very hard to get that message out. We actually have an equity and inclusion committee. We're working with what's the name of the company we worked with down in St. Louis? They did a video for us. And so we're going to roll that out this year at the conference. But we want people to really realize that we're doing a lot for equity and inclusion in the Missouri courts. That's very, very timely for us, but we've been talking about it for years and we're really excited. We were getting ready to roll out the video last year. I think that was one of the biggest disappointments is we couldn't roll anything out. So we're very, very excited Darryl will be joining us this year. So he's another great speaker, very dynamic. A lot of our topics, we do have some things that are, court specific, but in any given track, there is something for everyone. The biggest complaint we get is there's too many sessions to choose from. What do we even begin to, where do we even start? And I always say that's such a wonderful problem to have.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And that's such a good segue because I was getting ready to say, who should attend this conference?
We have the conference, it's open to everyone. We're doing a peer track. We have therapists, we have police officers, we do post hours for police officers. We have judges, nurses, school counselors, prevention, judges, administrators, court clerks, you name it, people come out of retirement just because they know who we're having. Mm-hmm. So we've opened it up to everyone. Every time I send out an email, it says you do not have to work in a drug court in order to participate in this conference. We reached out to health departments. Health departments have started coming to us. Who else, Julie? Domestic violence shelters. We've really reached out to them. Centers. Child advocacy. We're having sessions on human trafficking. We're doing one on keeping your children safe using the internet. We're also doing another one that I'm really excited about this year. One of the presenters here in Springfield is doing a session on hate speech indoctrination and how kids especially can get indoctrinated into hate groups. So we're very excited. We try to mix up our topics, our conversations. If it's on the forefront somewhere, we want to bring it to our conference. Every year we come in with a clean slate. In our planning committee, we look at each other and say, okay, what's going on right now and how can we keep it on the forefront? We don't want to see repeat sessions every year. Our goal is always to stay fresh.
Oh, yeah. And I'm sorry to say that I've known you for all of these years and I've never attended, and I'm kind of excited. I think I need to attend this year. So Julie, can you give us the details? Like, when does registration open? When does it end? How much does it cost to attend and all that fun stuff?
Sure. Registration is open now. We just released all of the information last night on the website as well as on Facebook. So people can check out our website, which is www.motreatmentcourts.org. There's easy links right into the registration information, and we will take folks all the way up until about the week before. And that's just really to give them an opportunity to check out what we have to provide. We have exhibitor packages available for folks that want to do a little advertising. We'll have a virtual exhibit area set up, and that interaction and competition amongst individuals to go in and visit those booths. And Stacy, I think all the well, I'll let Stacy touch on the registration and how they need to do everything, but most of it's going to be done directly from the website.
We have both options. We have an online option. We've reduced the price. Usually the price is $275. We reduced it this year. We know people are hurting this year like everyone else is. We want to make the training accessible. So we moved the training down to $195 this year. So we're excited to offer that. And we were hoping to get more people because we like to connect with more people, and maybe it opened it up to new people. So you can register directly online, paying by your credit card, or if you don't want to do that, there is an option to mail it in with a check. So we also do that also. So there's both options are out there. I've highlighted some of our bigger speakers on there, so people want to do some research and to see who we have. We're probably going to have about 13 or so hours of continuing education. We'll also get post hours for law enforcement. We'll also have CEUs for attorneys, treatment providers. So we really work hard to make sure when people are attending, they're getting that bang for their buck, and then they're also able to use it for their renewals in whatever profession they're working in.
Okay, that's great. And I will put the web address in the comments when we are finished. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. And I hope this helps get some of our prevention folks there. That would be fabulous. It sounds like it's great. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you for inviting us.